From the home of the Tigers since 2000, Comerica Park here in the Motor City, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets and the Detroit Tigers. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
Pitch coming your way next. About to get started here and getting to start, Tarik Skubal. What's the word on him?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. There's the strike, 95 of that one. And a bunt towards third. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. Here's a Mets lineup now. And something they've talked about needing to improve on moving forward is their ability to apply consistent pressure, Chris. Right now, it's not a club that gets on base enough.
And sometimes, Boog, you just need a hitter to go up there and grind out an at-bat, maybe have 11, 12 pitches, and all of a sudden players get fired up in the dugout, and they want to do the same thing. And before you know it, you start to get base runners on and you get a big hit, and all of a sudden you ride that wave for a few days and go on.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's Juan Soto, one of the elite home run hitters in the league this year. Ground ball to the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting fourth, first baseman Pete Alonso.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Alonso getting ready to hit. Strike one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Marte on third with two out.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. He notches strikeout number 150 this season.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting.
Back here in Detroit, and pitching in this game, Tyler McGill.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win, and really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Left-hand batter waits. Just missing there. And the count 1-2. The Mets could definitely use a win here with the end of the regular season approaching.
We're pretty late in the season now, Boog, and every win or loss is magnified. Got to do your job on every play and make sure you don't cost the team by losing focus.
And there's one down. Now the number 2 hitter, Parker Meadows. Singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. 1 out, bases empty.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Here's Riley Green.
I'm liking the power he's shown recently. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs, bases empty. Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Tigers fail to make any noise. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Skubal back to work. Vientos getting to start at third. 25 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Base hit, and a good start to the inning.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. That one fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here. And a foul ball.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That one missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Up the middle. Steps on the bag for 1 and 2. What a play.
Batting 7th, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run. Back to the mound. He's got it. Sends it to first, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Got him. And there's 1 down.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there. He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why getting a...
And that's their first base runner of the game. And next up for the Tigers, Jake Rogers. Chris, it's been a good year for him, having already set a new career high for RBIs in a season. First pitch misses. Fastball for a strike. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Batting seventh, center fielder, Wenzel Perez.
Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
And that's in there for strike one.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And stepping in for New York, Kevin Parada. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today. He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Led off the game with a strikeout. Outside low, and that's ball one. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. Parada, the base runner at first with one out.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Grounder might be two. Fired to second, and they bounce into two already. This one ends the third. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. No score. As we go to the last of the third, here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach McKinstry. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. A little bit high. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, the last place you want to miss with a splitter is near the top of the zone like that, because it pretty much doesn't do anything, stays flat. But hey, it worked that time. He got away with it. But sometimes the complete opposite of what you're expecting or what you're looking for can be effective, even if it's not a quality pitch like that one right there.
Fouled off left side. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Garcia stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Up the middle. They take the force out. Third out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Starling Marte. And that one is lifted in the air. Perez turns to the right on the move. And it's caught for the out. Juan Soto now 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That missed by a lot.
No strike.
And that is ball 1. 4th inning underway. No score. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. 3-2 now.
3-2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it. What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Pete Alonso. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Meadows sizes this one up. They got it for out number 2. So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
They get the force, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Mets strand 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Left fielder, Riley Green.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Just missed.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Now
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Nimmo going back on it. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind's kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. He's there. It's a 2-out double. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back. See you later. He jacks that one out to left. His 18th home run of the season, and the Tigers have the lead. It's 2-0.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 2 down, and now the center fielder, Wenceel Perez. Hit in the air, left field. Makes the catch. That is the inning. Detroit adds 2 on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Mets baseball on the show, NYC. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Skubal back to work. Drilled out towards left center field. Perez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, but just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
McNeil stands in now and watches strike one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. McNeil headed for third. And he's got himself a triple.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a beautiful triple from start to finish. Got a pitch he could drive, turned on it, and hammered it out front into the gap. Right out of the box. I love how he was hustling, and I think he knew he was going for 3 as soon as it touched down.
Now the catcher up to hit, Kevin Parada, and he's already singled in this game. Out to short, McKinstry. Throws to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Nice at bat right there. Puts the ball in play and brings in a run from third.
Tyrone Taylor.
Now they only trail by 1.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. That one outside. Now 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and Skubal gets the strikeout. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Tigers 2 and the Mets 1. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
now
off
it's the shortstop, Zach McKinstry.
Shortstop, Zach McKinstry.
And that one sliced foul. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Now batting
So next,
third
Andy
baseman,
Ibanez.
Andy Ibanez.
And that's outside. And it's 1-0. Ibanez, in his 4th year, 31 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. The next pitch misses. Now 2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
In for a strike and a count 2-1. In the air, left field, Nimmo. This one could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. Back to the top of the Detroit order. Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Swinging a foul out of play. Ibanez leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Late on that fastball.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity.
Oh, now this one gets way at the plate. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
A dive, and he can't haul it in. They fired in quickly. So it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
2 on, 1 out. Green digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
The 0-2. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Torkelson, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And that one fouled off. Got it. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Gleyber swings, drives one. That one back there. Gone! His second home run of the series, and they add on. It's 7-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul, was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield, and that extends the inning. Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, Griffin Canning.
46.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. On the ground, McNeil whips it to first on the run. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
So 2 on with 2 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Zach McKinstry. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2's the count.
And down on strikes he goes. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run homer. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. You're dialed into the show. Let's take a look at the player of the month. He has been outstanding of late.
Francisco Lindor.
Lindor swings through that one.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
The 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
That one out to right. Meadows drops into the glove. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty.
For the
Juan
Mets,
Soto
right fielder,
up now for the
Juan
Mets.
Soto.
He's 0 for 1. That one ripped. And gone. He nails one out to right. Home run number 40 on the year. And they cut into the lead. It's 7-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
And a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 7-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Canning, a former Gold Glove winner, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a slurve, and he works in a two-seamer. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean,
2 strikes.
That slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. So the batting order turns over. Luis Garcia will hit next. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Hard hit left side. Toss to Alonso. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting,
Parker
the right
Meadows,
fielder,
the next to
Parker
hit.
Meadows.
And there's a strike. That's through there for a strike. And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Tigers are shut down there, but they're still on top 7-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Third baseman Mark Vientos.
That misses. Ball one. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it looks like trouble. And that's going to roll to the wall. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double. And his second hit.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Nimmo now at the plate. Foul ball.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Jason Foley up and throwing. Holton getting cranked up as well. Right through there. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Swing and a ground ball. Slinging it to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Kevin Parada up now for the Mets.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that is the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Tigers 7 and the Mets 2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Left fielder, Riley Green.
Ripped to right. And out number 1 on the grab.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at-bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but hey, you got to keep swinging it.
Torkelson in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That clips the zone. That's strike 2. And the slider just misses.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner. Just a little bit off the edge.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jason
68.
Foley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Taylor now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
0-1's the count.
And a swing and a miss.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Got him swinging.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Lindor stands in now and watches strike 1. Tigers bullpen with some action. Andrew Chafin, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
1 down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Two outs. That one the other way. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Mets go down quickly. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Back at Comerica Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. And there's a foul ball. Strike two. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And up next for Detroit, Wenzel Perez. 0 for 3 in this one. And he lays down a bunt. Vientos to first, and the bunt doesn't work out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
McKinstry in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. On the ground to third. Vientos whips it to first. That ends the inning.
Now pitching.
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen. Tyler Holton.
Number 87.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Soto, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Pete Alonso digs in now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one finds the corner. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Casey Mize up and loosening in the pen. Joe warming up as well. Set down on strikes. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. That one hit the knees for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Holton is just 1 strike away. Next offering misses down and away. Got it, and that's the ball game.
With this win here today, you've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series, so you would think the work is done, but when you're at home, I don't believe so. You got to come back with a mindset for game 3 that you want to win it, and you're going to go out and do everything that it takes. You win like that at home, you position yourself for good things down the stretch.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.